Welcome to another Demarcation Media Mega Construx review. Today we're going to be looking at the Halo Infinite Energy Sword set. Now this one is one that I kind of initially overlooked, mainly because it doesn't include any figures, but the more that I've seen pictures of it, the more excited I am to actually build this. So let's just take a quick look at the box. Obviously we get to see the energy sword, looks like we get a stand. This one comes with a code for Halo Infinite, and then we have the dimensions up there. 25 inches, 25.12 inches. Of course, Halo Infinite branding. And the back of the box looks almost actually exactly the same as the front, except we have a hand that looks very much like Cortana's holding the sword. And then we can see the other two sets that do not come with any figures from this wave, which is the Master Chief helmet and the ring section. So, pretty cool box. Very, it has a very collector feel to it. So let's just go ahead and get it open. Unfortunately, we don't get any easy open tabs or anything. I think we just have to kind of tear it. All right, let's see what is inside. That is what the code looks like. That's all the pieces out of the box, and oh boy, that is a lot of translucent blue. Oh, look at that. And there's the instructions. So let me go ahead and build this and we'll take a closer look. So this is the extra parts that you get. Some cloudy blue, some silver, some bricks. That's a nice selection of extras. The build process was pretty cool. I mean, repetitive since the sword is, two halves, but it was still fun even though it was doubled. And the quality control was great. I only had one piece that the stud on top, well, this one doesn't have a full stud. The stud on top kind of had this weird lump of plastic, and when I tried to scratch it off, it actually took the top of the stud off. So that was a bit of a bummer, but aside from that, every other part was great, and these cloudy blue parts are so cool. So there's the sword all built up. And let me just say, wow. This set surprised the heck out of me. I originally hesitated getting this because it really didn't interest me. There were no figures. Figures is primarily what I use because I do photography with them. So this was just kind of like, I could pass on it. It wasn't all that interesting, but I'm really glad I got it because this thing is so cool. First of all, it's huge. Huge, huge. Let me just grab a figure real quick. We'll use, this is the closest guy to me, Active Camo Helios Grill. That's how big a figure is compared to this thing. This thing is giant. I don't think it's exactly 1-to-1 scale with the in-game swords, but I don't know, this is good enough for me. So one of the things that really surprised me about this build was how sturdy it is. When you first look at it, it looks like it's going to be a display model only, but you can actually hold this thing and it feels solid. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm holding something that's going to break in my hands. It feels like I can actually swing this. So let's take it outside and swing it around. I mean, look at that. You can really just like whip it around back and forth, stab with it. You can just use it like a sword. I mean, it's so cool. I would not recommend you actually hit stuff or actually stab stuff. I think that would probably break it. But just swinging it and just kind of messing around with it, it definitely holds up to that. Mega got the shaping of the handle very well. It looks great. The silver with the black edging is perfect. The shaping of the blade itself is great. And the construction, it's like the way they built it, it's double-sided. So spin it around to the other side, looks just as good. And there's kind of these little posts running from the handle into the blade to keep it on. And then we have these translucent plates on both sides to make sure it doesn't kind of collapse on itself. And that doesn't look the nicest, but it makes it very sturdy. And since they are clear, they're pretty easy to overlook, especially when it's got a backdrop of this beautiful blue color. No piece is the same. All of them, it's like snowflakes. All of them are different. Just look at that. It's got the texture all the way down. That's so cool. And even if you don't really like the sword itself, this is the ultimate translucent blue parts pack. I mean, how dang cool is that? Like, I actually can't get enough of just grabbing this and swinging it around. I wasn't actually planning on enjoying this set as much as I am. And, oh, it's just so cool. You also get the stand for it. And it's got a printed piece that says Energy Sword on one side, Halo Infinite on the other. And then you can see it's kind of asymmetrical in height. That's to keep this completely level. Most of this is smooth, except you've got a stud here and a stud here, and that's what you attach this by. You just fit it into there, and it's kind of, it gives me kind of ninja vibes, because the katanas usually come with a stand that keeps it level, and that's kind of what that makes me think of. So it works great. Okay, so that is the Halo Infinite Energy Sword set, and wow, I am thoroughly impressed with this set. I went into this with very low expectations, and every one of them have been so far exceeded, like it's not even funny. This now has a prized place in my collection, and it's just so fun to pull off that stand and take outside and swing around for a little while. The handle is even pretty comfortable. Like, dang, Mega, you did a good job here. I definitely can recommend this set. Original retail hovers around $40, I think, and I think that's a pretty fair price for what you get. There's a lot of parts here. A lot of engineering went into this. It's very well done. If you can get it for less than that, definitely grab it. It's not a set you're going to want to miss out on, and it's one of the best sets in the Infinite Wave, in my opinion. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing. And I now have a Buy Me a Coffee page, so if you like this channel and want to support me a little bit more, please consider giving a few dollars. The link is in the description below. I'll see you next time.